All right, let's get into two interesting things about Gennady Golovkin. First is his use of the feint, and in particular, where he sets it up. Second is how he pulls square rather than pull bladed. And I'll go into depth on those differences. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so all of Golovkin's weight's on his rear foot. Now it's going to be on his lead foot. And he's going to do a little rear foot step up right here, keeping his head over that lead foot so he could go ahead and throw this feint. And a quick note on Lemieux's defense. It's perfect. He's looking to catch that jab with his rear hand, and then he has his lead hand cover in case that rear cross should follow. Now, that feint pushes Golovkin's weight to his rear foot. So he's going to move back to this lead foot right here. And then he's going to sneak up that rear foot one more time to go ahead and snap off that jab. So let's see him build on that. Golovkin's on his rear foot. Now lead foot. Rear foot. Now back to that lead foot. And he's going to do a little rear foot step up. Push off that rear foot. Feint that jab right here, and then he's going to do a second rear foot step up, push off that rear foot, and then he's going to commit his jab, then follow up with a rear uppercut. Now finally we get a closer look at his rear foot step up. So Golovkin's weight is on his rear foot, now it's on his lead foot, and note the rear foot step up, back to this lead foot. Again, it'll be another rear foot step up, and then he's going to feint his jab right here. Then he's going to commit a lead hook to the body, then lead uppercut. All right, let's change it up and hone in on Golovkin and how he chooses to pull square instead of bladed. And when I say pull square, I just mean his head and his weight is going to travel straight backwards while his shoulders stay square. And pulling bladed, which I define as when your head and your weight travel from your lead foot to your rear foot while your shoulders and hips rotate into a bladed stance. So let's see this in action. We'll see Golovkin pull straight back. Note his shoulders are square. Then he's going to drop right here. And then with all his weight on his rear foot, he's going to pendulum away. Okay, so why pulling square is so useful? It allows you to have a lead counter in your arsenal. So check out how Golovkin pulls square, and notice his rear foot is loaded to spring right back with that lead hand counter. So let's see that idea again. He'll pull square, then counter with his lead, double it up, follow up with the rear cross, then lead hook.